All right, I think we're ready. Here we go. Hey everybody, and welcome to Riftlocked. This is a series inspired by other greats such as Zonelocked and Goldilocked in World of Warcraft. With the recent resurgence in popularity in Rift, albeit kind of a small resurgence, but one nonetheless, I wanted to take the format to a game that I love very much. Damage is pretty low. But first, official quest complete. So Rift is an MMORPG, almost exactly like World of Warcraft. Came out in about 2011. It's got tab target combat, pretty straightforward and simple, but it holds a very special place in my heart. I love this game so much. I've spent so much time in it. Something about it is so quintessential high fantasy. It's got a charming art style that feels pretty timeless, though it is looking more and more dated. With the gameplay being so simple, I found myself often falling out of love with the game. The animations, the sound effects are all a little lackluster, but doing this challenge, I think, brought some new life into Rift for me. I've stepped away for probably about 5 years, and the game hasn't really gone anywhere. There's no new updates. The development team is pretty much all laid off, and the game's in maintenance mode, but still playable, which is more than can be said for some other games. Because of the restrictions, I can't spend any points in any of the other souls. Makes it pretty slow goings at low levels. Right. The challenge of the video. I should probably talk about that. The goal of Riftlocked is to complete one zone at a time, seeing everything, doing everything, getting all the achievements, before we're able to move on to the next. The game has 5 major classes: Warrior, Mage, Cleric, Rogue, and Primalist. I'm playing a Cleric, and as an additional challenge, I've banned myself from using all the souls right off the bat. I have to unlock them after each level up, and that's something we'll cross over as we continue. All you need to know is off the bat, I start off with Justicar, which is a tanking soul, and I'm not allowed to spend any points in anything else until I hit level 10. We started all the way up there not too long ago. What you're seeing now is me blowing through the tutorial. There's no achievements here. There's a couple of items I maybe could have gotten, but I don't really feel that it's important, especially for the first episode. Our main focus is going to be on the very first zone we enter, which is going to be Silverwood. Rift has 2 primary factions, just like in World of Warcraft with the Alliance and Horde. We have the Guardians and the Defiance. The Guardians believe in religion, the Defiance believe in technology. Neither are really good and bad. They've both done very terrible things as well as very good things. A large premise of Rift are the rifts, which are tears in the plane of reality. Telara sits in a very precarious spot and is very susceptible to being invaded by these elemental planes. And so as we complete the tutorial, we get a nice little cutscene about how you sacrificed yourself in battle to save the world, only to be risen again as the enemies, the dragon elements, are back, and they're more mad than ever before.
See now, through prophetic eyes. The brood stirs. The ward falls. And utopia is undone. Mark well this prophecy of the rifts. We have chosen you as an instrument to prevent the coming apocalypse. Go with the grace of the vigil.
Alright, taking a gander through, our goal for Silverwood is Silverwood Campaigner. which is a meta achievement containing all these others. A lot of this is pretty easy, exploring all of some areas, lots of quest lines, some miscellaneous exploration achievements, killing a bunch of mobs, exploring all the caves, killing a boss, solving the puzzle, killing some rares. But probably most difficult of all in this, in all future zones, is going to be the artifact achievements. Let's get started. Just beating people with our staff. We actually have some gathering professions here. Let's see if I remember how this works. We're going to take all 3 gathering professions. What proceeded to take place was me inspiring a bunch of guards, putting out these weird fire things, and running around causing general chaos before being incredibly easily distracted by my new trio of gathering professions. There's so much to gather already. It's actually really fun. And so I accepted this quest, ran around bonking some more things. I made my way up this ridge line, pulled 2 enemies. Took him out without issue and hit the level up in the process. Before I made my way down and threw a spear at this dragon thing just kind of chilling. I think it's the reason why there's all these fire guys down here at the beach. I don't really know though. Don't mind me, just mining underwater. It was time to turn in a few quests, and then it was off further north. I did my first rift on the character. Because I was Justicar though, my damage was super low, and so I failed after stage 3. Didn't get any of the bonus stages, but it still counted for the quest. First major milestone. You can tell I was excited. We hit level 10. Rift adds a... Rift introduced a special box that you get from the shop, and every 10 levels or so, it gives you some pretty good rewards, and at level 10 it gives you an overpowered weapon. So obviously we equipped that, but as well at this level, we unlocked Kabbalist, our first new soul. And you'll see why I was very excited here soon. Alright, let's see how this works. Let's go test our newly equipped power. And so, unlike in my first rift, I easily blew through this one, absolutely obliterating all the enemies. Well, Kabbalist is actually stupid strong. Holy crap. After that major victory, servers were going down for weekly maintenance, and so I took in the last little bit of Silverwood ambience as I could before servers shut down. It's just so peaceful. It's quiet. It's focused. We'll spend my last few minutes on the server, fishing up, completing quests, taking it easy. Servers are back after only like an hour or two. And we certainly won't be doing any instant adventures in this playthrough of Rift. We finally made it to our first little settlement, Argent Glade. And here the player gets introduced to instant adventures for the first time. And they can be great. You teleport around completing objectives with other players in your party, and it can be a fun experience, but man, is it mind-numbing, and it takes a lot of people out of the open world. And as you can see right here, I was just enjoying the view. Even though the open world's kind of quiet now, I much prefer it over the instant adventures. I continued on completing quests, killing goblins and just rolling through them, as Cabalist really flexed its muscles, being able to pull large groups, dot them up, and just obliterate them. It's not all sunshine and rainbows though. As you can see here, I got way too greedy and got completely blasted into the next realm. Well, I got incredibly lucky here. After obliterating this pack, a zone event popped and it was right next to where I was. So of course I rushed over there, tagged the boss, though I was only doing like 1 damage. Finally made it to the Quicksilver College. Pretty high density of quests here at the college. I'm doing like 4 different sparklies, each for different quests. I got a cape. Heck yeah. Also starting Scotty's quest. Scotty's quest is one that's required for an achievement here in Zone Locked. And it follows the story of Scotty, a freshman who's obviously getting hazed, and you're here as the big powerful ascended to help him along and make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble, and it's got a nice heartwarming end. We finally make our way out of the college and start progressing eastward towards the capital city of Sanctum. It's a long trek on foot since we don't have a mount, and there are tons of quests in between here and our goal there at the end. We also complete the next part of Scotty's quest where we help him through this bog swamp, and he routinely gets attacked by insects. Finally got the helmet, looking like an evil queen. Jesus Christ. I don't think I'm going to keep it on, but it's interesting. And I think I'm going to take off the cape too. Definitely gonna hit another level here. First quest. Nice. We're back. I took a short break, and between recordings, I installed an add-on at the top. It shows some information. And I was looking at it, and I was thinking it might be cool if there was a way to track, like, my foraging, mining, all those levels. Doesn't seem like the add-on can do it, but it seems like it's pretty easy to add plugins to it. So maybe I might try to make my own plugin. That'd be kind of cool. Hopefully I don't die here, but this should be a pretty good example of what Kabbalist can do. We actually got our first rare. Very nice. Needless to say, I wasn't having any issues, and I think this next clip shows exactly why I was beginning to absolutely love Kabbalist. That was sick. That was so sick. I was turning in some quests, and I actually ran into another person. So I typed hello, and waited to see what they would do. And that's alright. Enjoy the game, brother. Enjoy the game. No response, but it was kind of encouraging to see somebody else enjoying the game, especially at the wee hours of the morning that I was recording this. And that finally brought us all the way eastward to the guardian capital city of Sanctum. I had a couple of achievements here, so let's get started. Alright, I know for sure one of our achievements that we need to get is to jump from the bridge without taking damage, just like that. And then another one of our achievements is to just explore all of Sanctum, which should only take a minute or two. And then the last place should be the center, ideally. There it is. All of Sanctum. Besides getting the few achievements I needed here, all I needed to do was talk to the Queen and complete a quest. And that concludes our brief little trip to Sanctum. And that was another achievement, was becoming decorated with the Quicksilver College. That one was going to come pretty easily. Man, it's so peaceful just walking through, just enjoying the view. Oh! Damn. Well, anyways, what I wanted to see is after selling all this junk, I think I actually have enough money for my first mount. It's going to be a 60%. We got the chestnut horse, the bay horse, and the chocolate. I think I'm going to go with the bay horse. We have our first mount in Silverwood. 2 plat 50. Took us a while to get here, but man, is it going to very slightly speed up the grind. Not by much, but it's something. This area should be a great test of Kabbalist and its capabilities, because I remember distinctly this quest is just killing a lot of the same enemies. And I mean, we're here. We might as well do the rift. Holy crap. Dude, that's the fastest I've ever cleared a rift at this level. This spec is just so busted. Especially mixed with Justicar. Get that little bit of healing. I keep harping on about it, but I can't understate just how gassed I was about this spec, man. I was loving every single pull, every single group of enemies, just any chance to blow them all up. Look at that, all done in one single pull, just about.
You must not do this, Hylos. All of Telara will hunt you down.
The gods never lifted a finger for me. I will defeat my enemies with the power of Greenscale.
Angel, answer my prayers. Thank you.
Gonna be honest, that's kind of all you really needed to know for the entire story of Silverwood, is that Prince Hylas is pretty much just being a big douchebag. Oh, that was so satisfying. Tyranny of Death. I'm loving that ability so much. Kaboom. Holy crap. Tyranny of Death. Blow him up. Boom. Oh my god, they all explode at once. Uh-oh. Went too close to the sun. After making my way all the way around Silverwood, we finally made it back to the last piece of Scotty's quest, where you have him stand up against his hazers. And this should be another achievement to finish Scotty's little quest line here in Silverwood. Very nice. Oh, there we go. Explore all of Silverwood. If I remember rightly, there's an achievement I can scoop by ascending one of these mountains. I believe it's this one? Yes, it is. Highest point in Silverwood. And a cairn. No, can't open it yet. Okay, so I got a crumb of XP left, but I'm still not all the way through Silverwood. This zone caps out at level 20, and I kinda want to save the level up of level 20 for the next video, because we unlocked the next soul. So what I'm thinking is we try out Rift's new feature, which is somewhere here, which lets you lock your XP. Maybe in miscellaneous? Lock XP. My XP is now locked, so now if I turn in this quest, nothing. And I got an achievement. That's honestly really exciting. So I'm gonna lock my XP, and then I'll level up on the final quest of Silverwood. And another achievement. Help the residents by completing 100 quests in Silverwood. Very cool. This is the worst quest in the game, I swear to God. This clip is running at 300% speed, but even just watching this, it still feels absolutely miserably long. Thankfully, Rift kind of ditches these escort quests. I don't think there's more than maybe 5 in the game, but man, in Silverwood, every single time I replay this zone, I absolutely dread this quest. All that for a single speech bubble. But it's done. And there's the achievement to kill 150 Elfar. The quest line for Silverwood culminates in a pretty epic boss battle. And there we go. Big boss defeated. Okay, I want to do this carefully. Okay, these ones I don't particularly care about the experience for. Unlock the XP.
Wisdom and life.
And turn in the final quest. Ending 20. Sweet. And then while we're here, we're going to do the puzzle. I think I remember how to do it. And just like that. Some things you never forget. Puzzled at the top of Silverwood. Before we leave, though, you can see Sanctum. You can kind of see Port Sion where all that smoke is. The tower off the coast. Oh, well. Thankfully there's no fall damage. And this gentleman should offer me a quest to go to Gloamwood, which is the next zone. Very nice. But we're not going to do that. Press H, come to Silverwood. There's still quite a bit we have to do. We got to explore some caves, and then we have to kill the rare mobs. Only found one of them, and then we must collect artifacts. Potentially. We'll go over that later. But yeah, cleanup begins. So I don't know if you all remember, but this cave back here at Overwatch Keep was one of the first ones we went into, and I guess I just never made it all the way to the back. And there it is. These level 9 spiders don't stand much of a threat to us now. As well, I opened my level 20 lockbox, and we have a faster mount, which is actually going to come in extremely handy because I am tired of being so slow. Ooh, very fast. Let's go. Looks like we got another rare. Let's see where he's at. Hiding behind the trees. Okay. That's number 2. We have another rare, thankfully. Kind of buried in here, so we're just gonna kind of blow everything up. Very nice. That is 3 out of 4. So while waiting for rares, I went out and farmed. Got 75 butchering, 75 foraging, and 75 mining throughout my travels. This is what I collected so far. Quite a bit of everything. A lot of different stuff from butchering, which took the most time to level up, interestingly enough. And I'm gonna make sure to train for the next set of levels and purchase all these recipes for sure. So I'm not sure what to do with all these yet, so I'm going to keep a hold of them. Alright, so while hunting for rares, I wanted to talk about something. For the meta achievement for the zone, which is what I wanted to get for every zone, I would need to collect a ton of artifacts. Artifacts are like this subsystem in Rift where you find shiny things on the ground, collect 5 of them in one set, and then you collect it for the rewards. And there's hundreds of artifact sets. You know, each with anywhere from 3 to 7 items or even more, you know. I mean, look how many I have to complete for Artifacts of Silverwood. And there's some overlap with Mirror of Ages, but still. Now, you can buy these on the auction house, and I was thinking about doing that. But with Rift being pretty unpopulated, a lot of the artifacts still aren't on the auction house, and there's a low chance that they would be. So I'm at kind of an impasse because I want to stay authentic to the challenge. I want to get the achievement, but if I were to run around and collect artifacts or even buy them on the auction house and wait for them to, it would take an unreasonable amount of time, I think. So I wanted to ask what you guys think I should do for this series. For now though, I think we'll carry on without the meta achievement for this zone. That way I can see what you guys think and if you guys have any other ideas that I didn't think of. Also, this is like a gorgeous view, and that is the plain touched wilds out there, I believe, or something. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Looks like we have our final rare. And there we go. Foul enemy in the woods, and that is all of the achievements for Silverwood that, we could get. That means that next episode we are on to Gloamwood, and we are on to our new spec, which is Druid. So thank you guys for coming on this journey with me. Please be patient. I don't have a whole lot of time to record and edit these, but this challenge has definitely reignited some passion for Rift in me, and I'd love to keep doing it. And let me know in the comments what you think we should do about the artifacts. All right, have a good one.